Hey guys, it's Ariel, and today I'm going through all of the 25 books that I am unhauling before I move and why.
Coffee now, sir?
So, if you look behind me, these are all the books that my mother has bought for me, and the rest of these are still on sale either on Pango Books, or like if you know me personally, just text me and let me know if you want it and I will figure out something. But I have already sold 2 books. I'm going to go ahead and put them on the screen. One of the books I sold was 6 months later. I sold this book because I started it, wasn't really into it. It's basically about this girl who, I want to say she either falls asleep or something, and she wakes up and it's 6 months later and snow's on the ground and everything. And before she woke up, everything was normal. It was summertime, so she's just trying to like navigate her way through that. Second book I sold was Stop Overthinking. It was like a self-help book to make you stop overthinking. My mom got me that book, and I'm not really into self-help books, so I just went ahead and gave that away. I just sold that to Pango Books. I actually shipped that out today. So like I said, these are all taken. My mother is buying those off of me, and then these are still available. I will go through all of them individually. So if you would like one, please take them from me because I do not want to bring them to my new house. Alright, moving on to all the books that my mom is buying off of me. Here they are. And I'm sorry, I'm in a new location. I'm in my laundry room. I'm sorry if it's really loud. I just wanted something different, you know? But the first book my mom is buying off of me is called The Night Olivia Fell. I'm getting rid of this because most of these I've had for years and I just never picked up. So that's why I'm getting rid of them. And this is about a girl named Olivia, and she actually falls off a bridge, and she's also pregnant, which is devastating. And her mother, Abby, she tries to find out if it was an accident or suicide or on purpose. So that's basically the gist of this book. The second book I'm going to be giving to my mom is Eat, Pray, Love. This is basically about a woman who's freshly going through a divorce, and she travels, eats good food, and tries to figure out who she is and re-fall in love with who she is. But I decided to get rid of this because I'm never going to pick this up. I got a bunch of books when I went to the book outlet, like half price book outlet sale thing. And yeah, I'm just never going to pick this up. The third book is My Sister's Keeper. I really wanted to keep this book just because this is a beautiful story. I've watched this movie plenty of times. When it comes to like book to movie adaptations or like movie to book you know what I mean. I'm not going to pick this up. I'd rather just watch the movie, honestly. Unless it's like a book that came out before the movie, then yeah. Which, I don't know if this came out before the movie. Who knows? And then she is also getting into the water. I've tried to read this book a million times. Just not interested in it. It's about this river, and people keep going missing in it, so the main character is trying to find out why that is. Sounds really interesting. I've tried to pick it up a million times. Never gonna finish it. Then she is also getting See Me by Nicholas Sparks. I still have all the tabs in this, but it's my mom, so I don't really care. I've read this book, super boring, not my type of love story, very slow burn, and it's just not interesting to me, so I'm getting rid of this one. Next is Wilder Girls. I am getting rid of this one because I read it and it was good, just not my kind of book. It's more like fantasy. It's about this like group of girls who are going into quarantine because the sickness is going around. I got this back when COVID was going around and I wanted to read about it, but I read it, not really into it. I mean, it's a good book for somebody who's into this kind of stuff. That's just not me. And the last book my mom is getting is actually Her One Mistake. I have read this book and I really liked this book, but I just don't think I'm ever going to pick it up again. And I'm trying to find books that I either love and want in my library for like my kids to read one day, or ones that I know I'm gonna reread. And this is a good read, I just don't think I'm gonna pick it up again. And if the following books are not sold, you can go ahead and go to my Pango Books. I will link it down below if you would like to purchase. Or like I said, if you know me personally, go ahead and message me and we will work something out. So I'm gonna do these two together, maybe. Oh! So I have two Casey West books. Oh, this isn't Casey West. It seems like Casey West, okay? So the first one is Casey West, Listen to Your Heart. I read it. It doesn't feel like it's my age range. Like, I read it, it's a cute story, but it's definitely for like upper elementary, like just getting into middle school type age range. So it was a cute story, just not one I'm ever gonna read again. And then Meet Me at the Boardwalk. I didn't even try to read this book because I feel like it's gonna be very like middle schooler type read. So I will be letting these go. I would like them in middle school though, so if a middle schooler wants them, or like, even if you're older and you like this type of just cute stories with no like really deep things in it. I like stories with deep things in it when they got damage. But if you don't like those stories, then go ahead and pick them up. And next I'm going to be giving away I'm going to be selling Lost and Found by Danielle Steele. The only reason I got this book is because in Friends, when Rachel says she reads Danielle Steele books, that's the only reason I got this. But it basically said, Maddie has a full and successful life, but when she finds a box of old photos and love letters, she wonders what might have been. On the spur of the moment, she sets out a road trip to find the three men she loved and let go over the years. The surprise she encounters along the way will shape the future and put the past to rest at last. Which, this sounds really good. It's the shape for me. Next is 17th Summer. This is basically like a typical summer love story. It says, Angie always thought high school romances were just silly infatuations that come and go. She certainly never thought she would fall in love over one short summer. But when she meets Jack, their connection is more than a crush. Suddenly, Angie and Jack are filling their summers with stolen moments and romantic nights. But as fall grows closer, they must figure out if their love is forever or just a summer they'll never forget. I read this book and it's very like typical love story. Nothing really popped out at me. But if you like light, fluffy reads, I would definitely suggest this. And then I read Freshman. This was one of the first books I read when I really started getting into reading. I saw this on the Barnes & Noble shelf. I loved the cover of it, that's why I got this. I actually didn't want to get rid of this because how cute the cover was, but it's basically a typical love story about these college freshmen. It's really cute. Like, the main guy is like her high school crush, and then he goes to the same college as her. It was a cute story, just not anything that popped out at me. Next is Heat of the Moment. I also got this at the half-price book sale. This is basically about a girl who's going on her senior trip, and she finds a box that she wrote to herself her freshman year of, I think it's full of letters or something. It just didn't appeal to me, but hopefully it'll appeal to one of you guys. And Truly Devious. I've had this for at least 6 years max. I've tried to read it a million times. It's just not gonna do it for me. It's basically about this school and a bunch of mysterious things are happening. People are going missing and the main character's trying to figure out what's going on. I've tried to read it, I can't. And then next is Friends from Home. I really liked this book, or the synopsis of this book, because it talks about friendship. Ow! Anyway, it talks about friendship, and I just love books about friendship. So it's basically about two best friends, and they separate as time goes on. And then Our Way Back to Always, I picked this up for the cover. I thought it was really cute, but it's just a typical love story, nothing super deep. So again, light, fluffy read if you guys enjoy that. Next is First Comes Love. This looked really cute. This is about two sisters and their life from a child until they get older. I thought it was super cute. And then here is Parallel Journeys. I bought this my freshman year of high school to read. It's about the Holocaust. If you're into that, I suggest reading it. but I'm giving it away because it's from freshman year and I'm not really into that stuff, so I'm never going to pick it up again. I just kept it for memory reasons. Next is One Day. I picked up this book because it was a love story. It had Anne Hathaway in the movie and I really wanted to read the book and then watch the movie. And it's about Dexter and Emma, and they basically meet, and they meet up with each other on July 15th throughout 20 years just to check up on each other. Me personally, this was the most boring book I've ever read, guys. Not gonna lie. But if you guys don't find it boring, if you like that, I don't know. I don't know what to say about this because I actually hated it. But I feel like somebody else would really like it. I just didn't like the main guy at all. It just wasn't my type of couple. Yeah, that's all I gotta say about that. And then we got In 5 Years. This was actually a pretty good book. It's basically about Danny. And she's a very by-the-book person. Like, she has a 5-year plan, all that. And she gets proposed to, and that night she falls asleep and she wakes up in a totally new apartment. The different ring on her finger, and besides a very different man. Danny spends exactly 1 hour, 5 years in the future before she wakes again in her own home on the brink of midnight. And it is 1 hour she cannot shake. In 5 years is an unforgettable love story and is not the one you're expecting. The only reason I'm getting rid of this book is because it did not turn out the way I thought it would. The ending was just not my cup of tea, but I'm sure somebody else will enjoy this a lot more than I did. The next book I have is Speak. This is about a girl in high school, and sadly she gets molested, which very, very deep story, very important story, but I'm just going to get rid of it because I'm not going to read it again, but I just wanted to have it because it's a very important story, and I think everybody should have one of these on their shelf just because it definitely changes your life. I definitely recommend this book. I'm getting rid of Far From You. This is about a girl who nearly dies twice. That's basically all it says on the back, but I've had this for years. My mom got it for me one time and I'm never going to pick it up. I'm just trying to get rid of the ones that I know I'm not going to read. The very last book I'm getting rid of is called Chasing Sunsets. I got this at the half-price book sale, and I didn't realize this was the second book to the series, so that's why I'm getting rid of it. Yeah, that's about it. I was just not thinking. But it looks really good. It's basically about this girl, and it's basically like a romance type thing. That is all for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please make sure to check out my Pingo books down below, and make sure to hit the like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the bell to get notified every time I post. Really hope you guys enjoyed this, and I really hope some of you are interested in these books because I think they could be very enjoyable to other people, not me. Thanks for watching. Bye, loves.